Oh, that's annoying. There wasn't any music playing. Here, let me unmute Shiny. Alright, there we go. Well, that wasn't annoying at all. Good evening, everybody. How we all doing? Let me put this out of the way. There she is.
Hello.
I think we might have fixed the issue with the Vroid model. If not, I've got the Safer Work Fugi ready to go.
Okay.
Okay. But I am planning to start with... Thank you, Nero. Alright, let me just get my gloves on, then we can hook up the camera. You had to delete my VOD from Monday just because everything decided, hey, we're gonna completely fuck up. Okay. Alright. What scuff is going to start first? Hopefully it's camo, because if it's camo fucking up, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, if it's camo fucking up, I do care, because it's like... It's working for now, Lurka. If I could figure out how to do... You're going to say locked, which is what I want you to say. Good. Okay. There we go. Okay, we should see S22 Ultra. There we go. Good, I crossed out my actual name. What game are you playing? Aw.
Just a shooting area.
Oh, wow. Thank God that was safe for work.
What was?
Fugi was active in a mini painting area. In the mini painting slide, because I'm like, oh, hey. Okay, where's Fugi? I can turn it off. There we go. So I figured we'd actually start with something that was purchased on Throne.
Oh. Hold on, let me pull up the...
I'm just opening it. I haven't pulled it out yet.
Mm.
Yes, by the way, this is the P.O. box. Let me make sure there's not anything inside. Cute little card. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. They give you softback. They give you softbacks if you want to actually use them. But yeah, just let me know when you're up and I'll flip everything over.
I can see it, Nami.
Yeah, so we've got the card with their artwork and the person who made it, which is Sugar Studios. Yeah, Sugar Studios. And their cute little neon cat. Oh, I haven't flipped it over yet, Lurka. We've got a little Bowsette holding a Devil Kirby, it looks like. Yeah. I thought she was holding a plush. I didn't realize it was Kirby till I was looking at it earlier on the delivery notes. I'm like, oh, that's Kirby. That's not a plushie. That's another game I need to play on here. That's an adorable game. The new one that just came out. Problem is,
Lost World, yeah.
Yeah, I've almost 100% beat it. God, it's bright. God, it is a bright little pen. This does make me want it. It's Kirby. He's a little adorable. Yeah, he's a little adorable baby. I was like, wait, is Kirby a he? And I'm like, I was like, yeah, everybody refers to him as a he. Yeah, Kirby, the destroyer of worlds, defeater of gods, consumer of all. But he's just a baby, literally. He's a Meta Knight is what happens when they mature. Is once they find a thing they latch onto, that's what they become. So Meta Knight wanted to become a swordsman. Kirby has beat Majin Buu. Kirby could beat a lot of things really terrifyingly easily. Kirby has defeated, I think at this point, last I read, he has defeated at least... He's defeated at least 3 different gods in canon. And technically non-canonically, he's beaten up to 8. In the newest game, he defeats the God of Chaos. If you 100% the game. Which, to be fair, he's beaten that same god before, but he beat, its most dangerous variant yet. Which is still hilarious. Let's see here. Who else has Kirby canonically beat? Because there was yeah. Now, if I remember right, Kirby is still he's that situation where it's like, oh, he's a baby, but he's still thousands of years old. So he's kind of got the Grogu thing going on from Star Wars. Though, to be fair, I think they've established with Grogu, it's he probably had the ability to speak, but he mentally receded into himself, so he's kind of forgotten how to do a lot of that. Honestly, I'm just hoping Grogu becomes a perfectly balanced Mandalorian Jedi. Because they're kind of building him up to be that.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, Din gave up the Darksaber and gave it back to Sabine. Not Sabine. Whatever the fuck her name is. The original ruler daughter of Mandalore.
Ow.
Hmm?
I said, oh.
Yeah. He did that in the newest. He did that in the newest season. Din just wants to. Oh, so Lurka likes to do this, and all that. I'm explaining what he's doing. He likes to put people in his Warhammer armies, or figures that represent them.
Ah.
Would you like to be in his Kakarodons, aka Space Sharks?
Sure. Doesn't matter to me.
I think I'm. I think I don't remember if I'm in his World Eater's army, but I think I have a figure that might represent me.
Knowing Lurka, it's probably Slaanesh or something like that.
No, it was a World Eater's because that's like one of the two armies I know he has because I painted a portion of it.
Okay.
I would like to make a Slaanesh army. The problem is there's no Emperor's Children at the moment. The Heralds are cultist of Slaanesh. Yeah, I'm a Daemon Prince or Princess. Technically, when it comes to warp entities, calling them a Demon Prince, even if they identify as she, doesn't really matter. But yeah, does the camera keep moving, or did I move the board by accident?
You must have moved the board by accident.
Yeah, because I tightened this thing down for once. To be fair, I had to switch to a different board because a certain dragon I'm working on was leaking resin all over the place, and I didn't realize it while I was stitching him back up. And I still gotta take a brush and fill in some cracks on him.
Yeah.
But other than his wings and, well, the fucker's big.
Yeah. Oh, nothing compared to the succubus.
No, if you look on screen, he's taking up the entire camera right now. Compared to a normal D&D sized figure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's Thumberchod. This actually feels more like a true scale Thumberchod.
Yeah.
Even though technically this is probably what you'd... This is actually probably closer to like a normal what you'd use in scale Thumberchod.
Okay.
The person I'm doing these for, he didn't want me to paint them. He just wanted me to print them,
Okay.
and I like to prime for free because it's like, you know what? I know what primers I prefer,
Yeah.
and I don't know whatever primers they use that they would work. So it's like, here, this is what I know works for my stuff. That's usually why when I send you minis, they come pre-primed and they've already got the slap chop method on them. He just wanted them primed black. I'm like, okay. And then after I've gotten what's called damn, literally that's the name of this version of Thumberchod. It's Chunky Dragon. Damn. It's like, yep, that fits. After this, I think, and I need to talk to Lee about this. He wants me to print him a knight. Warhammer knight. So,
Oh.
so giant robot. To which point I'm like, God damn it! Now I want to. It's like I want to print. I think I showed off part of it yet. I think I showed off part of it recently, where I showed off the trash knight I'm building.
Yeah.
I'm calling it a trash knight because it looks more like a knight than what it should probably be, which is probably a Mega Dread or a Stompa. To be fair,
Yeah.
I don't know if Mega Dreads are still usable for orcs. Well, yeah, you kind of have to have one of the most signature characters of the Cacarodons, even if his weapons aren't canon anymore. That annoys me. That feels like it's specifically attacked at the Cacarodons because GW just announced that these giant gnarly looking twin blade gauntlets are no longer canon, and that's literally one of the most important characters in the Cacarodons.
Okay.
Uses those weapons, and it's like, really?
Hey, I'm gonna switch to my phone. That way I can paint along with you.
Okay. You want me to just put up the little gobble?
Yep, please.
Okay, let me turn off the window capture and put on chain. There you are. Alright, good. So really, we've only got a 50-50 shot of what we want to paint tonight. So do we want to start with La Llorona, or do we want to do the Armstrong twins? Literally, the Twin Lightning Claws and Twin Chain Fist called Hunger and Slate. Yeah, the Lightning Claws, I think, are the ones that are no longer canon. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be La Llorona, but like one side is in a wedding dress, the other side is like a funeral gown sort of deal. Funny enough, I might keep her hair this way, but put like corpse, like a pallid witch or something for the face, so it looks like a corpse face. And then this one's going to be the healthy white dress, healthy skin tones. And then I gotta remember how the hell it sits on its base, because it's a very specific base. Is this it? It's stupid, because I got it to sit right once. See, the problem is if it was divided, I could tell you. I'm gonna have to go look at the model and actually see how it goes on here, aren't I? It could be like that. That doesn't... Oh, no, it is. There's a piece I just noticed that kind of locks in there. So it broke off from, like, right there. No, that doesn't feel right, because they should be equal. It's probably that. We'll worry about it when we get there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that might be fun, Lurka. Yeah, that's gotta be how they go on, is something like this. Which feels weird for this dress, but fine. It's almost like I already know who's gonna win, because I only see one vote so far. To be fair, I have to print both of these up tonight. This one's already started though, so we'll probably be done with her quick. These two I just gotta figure out. Am I gonna do like black suit, red dress, or red suit, or purple suit? They're blonde hair. Black suit. Red dress might work the best. But that means we're done with the circus folk at the end of this. I'm probably going to use the mini black suit and red dress. Yeah, that's kind of the easiest way to do it. Okay, close stream. Just so that doesn't cause any problems. You know, the interesting thing is about Monday when everything crashed, My internet ended up crashing like about 30 minutes later. So I'm wondering if maybe it was just something to do with the internet. But let's get La Llorona going. I feel like being lazy and using Vallejo, but Cadian Flesh might work the best for this side. Yeah. Cadian Flesh. I like the idea of doing yin and yang where it's a white and a black dress, even though this looks more like a red dress. No, we're not doing both of these, black and red. This has got to be white, so that we have like a... Because she's got like a... Yeah, it's got to be a white dress for her. But we will put red roses in the little thing on her head, because those are flowers. And then we'll make her hair black and her hair white. So it's once again a whole split thing going on. Now, which black's going to work best for that? It's probably going to be Grim Black, which should be up here. And then, just because I feel like being lazy, red roses in her hair. And then we're going to need... I think we might do Deepkin. With some Pallid Witch, dry brushed on. Because obviously if we're going to have an all black dress, her skin kind of needs to work out well. Actually, it'll be Pallid Witch. Yeah. We'll start with Pallid Witch. Give her a blue wash, dry brush on some Deepkin so it kind of has like some blue coming through. Hair's going to be white, like it's lost all its color. She's going to have black hair, red roses in her hair, in her face thing, and her whole dress is going to be white. And then I think we might do some green ectoplasm looking stuff that they'll both sit on. That'll work. And the base is going to be the easiest thing to do because it's going to be just black washed, a couple of leaves with gray. But I need my blue wash. Where's my blue wash? Because I have this actual blue wash, not just a... Are you my blue wash? No, you're Talisar. There it is. So for doing undead, because you have like places where the blood has lost oxygen, it's just kind of pooled up, you do a blue wash on top of it and then come in with a slightly different skin tone, and it kind of looks like the blue's coming through the skin when it's done right. Welcome back, Shiny.
I
Okay.
have returned.
Okay, so for ectoplasm, do we want to do a greenish ectoplasm or a bluish ectoplasm?
Green.
That's what I figured. Tesseract glow or Hexwraith. Hexwraith is probably closer. Yeah. Obviously, oh, and Black Dress is going to get yellow in her hair, in her flowers in her hair.
Yeah, sorry about the echo, by the way, y'all. My phone has too good of a speaker.
Me.
Yeah, sorry about the echo, by the way, y'all.
So yeah, what we're figuring is, I was gonna do a, since this looks more like a Hispanic dress, I was gonna be like, oh, it should be red, and I'm like, no, we need her in a black dress, like she's passed away, and then like a wedding dress on this one, so a white dress. Do blue flowers instead of yellow? Okay.
There should be better.
Yeah, I think I'm only really hearing myself. Yeah, Lurka said do blue flowers. I think that'll work better. I do hear myself, but it's not really bugging me. It's just kind of funny every once in a while. I'm like, wait, what? I do hear myself, but it's not really bugging me. It's kind of funny every once in a while. I'm like, I think this is supposed to be La Llorona. I gotta double check what it says on Ronan's website. That's why I've been calling her, because I think that's what it was supposed to be. I gotta double check what it says. That's why I've been calling her, because I think that's what. Because the other guy, I thought he was like some undead hero thing, and then it's like his name is Damriel.
Here, you know what? I can mute my TV. Prevent the audio reverbing.
Ah. Like I said, it's not been really bugging me. I just every once in a while it's like, oh. I think we might have somebody else popping in to talk chat for a little bit.
You ready? Yeah, the black pants were a good call.
So what are you going to do after you're done painting? I have a solution. What? What you talking about, Lurka? Yeah, I don't remember this one's lore. I remember Damriel, other than his name. He's hunting for specifically the Bride of Frankenstein model that I painted a while back. Which I never painted on stream, I just realized, but yeah. But I think you probably saw it on TikTok, Shiny.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Miss, I all of a sudden look over at Twitter, I'm just like, shiny, 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 shiny. I'm like, oh. Yes, well, okay, so I have another thing I can paint. But it's not Twitch friendly. So I'm going to be trying to paint that up, because this is tomorrow's. This will be Friday's. I have something once I can get the plastic sticks to stick up it. Yes, I've been making that joke several times. I need 1 or 2 sticks to put in here. So that... clear sticks, so that he looks like he's floating just above the base. Because there's no easy way to do that. This will be Saturdays. No. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I'm going to try to tomorrow, before I have to go pick up family and do a couple of other things, I'm going to try and paint the, this guy up. Because I can't show the rest of him.
Also, the thing you're sending me, Nami, is gonna get here the 13th.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, Friday. Gonna have a solution. You can play Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know what the hell to do in Tears at the moment, but okay.
Side quests.
Well, there's a quest that I've been meaning to... We made it to the, Fuck, I just forgot the tree's name.
The Great Deku.
Thank you. We got it to the Great Deku.
Coming. Family's offering me a piece of fudge. Be right back.
Okay. Speaking of fudge, and I'm going to wait till she gets back to make this joke, I've really wanted to try fudge from a certain city. Scared the living. It is almost 8 o'clock. It is almost 7:30.
Yeah. Surprising, isn't it?
No, somebody just tried to call me, but I quickly put them on silent. I'm like, no. I know what it is. Sorry, Lurka. See, it didn't say scam call, but I've been getting a lot of calls from Nevada being like, oh, we're here to help you, debt consolidation and stuff like that. I'm like, uh-huh. It's like, I have been mostly up to date on my bills, even though I'm not working. So, why are you calling? Speaking of fudge, I have been meaning to, whenever I finally can plan it out, is get some fudge from Uranus.
And clip.
There is a town, and it's famously on Route 66, called Uranus. And they are known for their fudge. And they aren't completely aware of the joke, which is why they put it up everywhere. But it's supposed to be really good. Like, they're one of those places that they win, like, baking awards and stuff for how good it is.
Yeah.
So, I would probably be like, you know what? Yeah. Because that is like one of the... If I ever get win like the lotto money kind of win. I would love to plan one of those kind of trips of just drive all of Route 66.
Yeah. I've driven the 101 up to Seattle.
Ooh, nice. I didn't... Look, it's like I want to bonk you for that bad joke. Listen, to be fair, if I ever finally set up the bonk redeem, and if I ever finally get the device that lets you do the /bonk, there are going to be so many times you all bonk me. Why are there so many fucking Windows updates? This PC's been updating, my fucking tablet's up. I keep calling this damn thing a tablet, but it's a laptop.
Yeah.
I think I've complained about this thing enough times now that people know what I'm talking about when I say tablet. Problem is, if I talk about it too much, my old job's gonna be like, "Hey, we're looking for some old hardware. Never saw it." I will say, Ronan, did you have to go for bare feet? Aw, that's adorable, Lurka.
Gotta love the no context.
No, I'm painting her, and I'm just like, you could have at least put shoes on her. At least on the one where you can see her feet.
Yeah. But again, he probably is charging extra for feet.
To be fair, Ronan was like one of the original sculptors for Kingdom Death too. Well, sorry, not Ronan. I think Ronan's like three. The Ronan Arts Miniatures is like 3 different people, but it's specifically Heck. I forget their full username, but Heck is the name they go by. He's done a few. I actually, funny enough, I just put it away. He did the librarian. He did the librarian model and a couple of other like earlier Kingdom Death models. And you can tell when you're looking at the Ronan Arts Miniatures figures. It's like, yeah, you can tell which ones he did. He's also did the Chibi Marvel game. The chibi looking figures for the Marvel game. He did a few of those figures too. So yeah, Ronan is one of those guys where
he's got a finger in every pot.
He's got a finger in every pot, but you get why he's got a finger in every pot when you see his art, when you see what he's done. The funny thing is, one of these days I will paint up that figure. Because I do have the specific one that I know is Hex. Interestingly, though, they did post for this year's Ronin Arts on their Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bunch of vampire figures and a demon. I don't think she's a demon guitar girl, but she's got like powers thing going on where she's got horns. So she might be like an Oni. Because they always do like a couple of D&D figures and then a pinup figure with Ronin Arts.
Yeah.
Do we want to do glowing yellow eyes for both? Because I think I was going to do the thing where I was going to try and paint the eyes first and then paint around the eyes.
Sure, by all means.
Well, because I'm thinking to myself, it's like they're both supposed to be ghosts. If I think
Yeah,
it's like,
so they wouldn't have natural eye color to them.
yeah. That's the nice thing when I get undead stuff, things like this. It's like, I can use a loophole. But this is supposed to look like the living one. God, thank God I don't have a sound on my phone that sounds like that old sound.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess I said something about being adorable, and Lurka said you're not as adorable as Shiny.
Yeah, of course Lurka would.
Yeah. Shiny, my dear Gob, you are one of my favorite Gobs. You make my day so much better every time you stream. Never stop being you no matter what people say or they'll think, okay, my precious Gob.
That means a lot, Lurka, thank you.
And now we're going to use some Imperial Fist paint in the eye so they look like they're glowing. To be fair, actually, what I should do is paint the eyes white to do white and then put the yellow over it. I had to say it out loud because now I'm going to want to do it. Because then I can also get away with just putting a little bit of yellow on. Makes it look kind of like a glowing effect. And then I can put white skin tone wherever there's not glowing.
Yeah.
And then for her, we're going to have to... The reason I want to paint the eyes first is because then we're going to come in with... Probably Deepkin Flesh, actually, first. Put a blue wash on it, and then a dry brush with Pallid Witch. Because corpse white doesn't always look corpsey.
Put something in whips.
Why still? Is this what you're painting?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, it's the one I sent you. Very nice. Yeah, I meant to... When did you get an orc... When did you get an orc Daka Jet?
For Christmas last year, and I'm still working on it.
I miss the older boxes of orc stuff where you could almost get 2 planes out of the box.
Yeah.
Because I have enough bits to almost make a second one. The problem is you have to build it. They only give you enough bits to make one body.
Yeah.
So you have to make your own body. And happy to help. Yes, I know you don't technically stream, but you have been here enough time. Been here every time Nami streams, so I count that as stream. To be fair, Shiny could technically stream if she wanted to, if we could get her a Vroid model.
Yeah,
I think...
well, that, and it'd have to be a Gobbo that's, like, kind of, like, custom to the one that's, the YCH here.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I made this Vroid model. That you can very obviously tell I made this model. I didn't have somebody make it for me.
Yeah.
There is, funny enough, I don't know when the contest is going to be over for this person, but once I get some money, there's a guy who's right now making Vroid models, but also VR chat models. If I win his contest, I'm going to have something that probably looks closer to me, but in 3D form like this. If not, I'll be commissioning him once I can figure out how much it costs.
Yeah, well, by all means.
To be fair, this isn't even, like, accurate size, Lurka. Like, seriously. It's like, yeah, seriously, Lurka. My PNG model, they're as big as my head. God, thank goodness I don't have a redeem to be like 1.0 model. It's like, I don't have a 1.0 model, I just kind of have suggestions. Okay.
Question: Are May's a little? So you know how she has her hair up in like a bun, yeah?
They might have broken off for you, but if not, you want to post a picture in Whips and I can tell you.
Well, there's little spiky bits that I'm not sure if they're her hair or if it's just a part of the pin.
It might be the pin, because if I remember, because the problem is when I painted it, those pieces broke off, so I just kind of winged it. Because no matter what I did, I couldn't get into the support right.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta make sure I turn off my PC all the way.
Okay.
I thought I had turned it off, but I was still apparently away.
It's being an A+, not net. Oh, fair. There, Lurka.
Bearing in mind, she's gonna get a layer of Kislev on her.
Oh, your May.
If I can find my Kislev.
Listen, Lurka, you can be in anything, as long as it wasn't that thing from the game last night. God. I knew it was gonna get weird, but oh my god. The maw. Is all I can say without... I wonder what the M-rated version of that monster looks like, because it's so obvious what it is. That I'm like, they'd have to censor it. That's the problem. It was a really good horror game. Like, for all... It didn't really rely on jump scares. It tried to be atmospheric. And of course it had to go into body horror because it's Giger. And it's got inspirations of Giger in it. Though, to be fair, Giger's more of a sci-fi thing, but he does really well in that kind of stuff. I think I think we have broken Lurka, or at least I have.
Yeah, Bringo Burr, huh, Lurka?
I wasn't talking about the model, but well, just that whole game last night.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play more of it, but I'm pretty sure I think I'm the only one who wants to play more of it, even though it might be fun for stream.
Yeah. Put something in Naughty Whips.
I saw. And like you were saying, it does need Kislev, so. But you've got your base skin tone on there, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so you know the things that are right next to the, like, chopsticks she uses to tie her hair back?
Yeah.
I wonder if those are little gold bits, or...
I know there's a little, like, sticky outy things that are on those chopsticks, so that might be what they are.
Mm.
I think I painted her smaller. If I remember right, since I painted her smaller, I didn't really notice those, or they broke off.
Mm.
Sorry, I was just working on the base a little bit because I want to try and get it done a little bit before. Because these two are going to be quick. Because the next thing I'm going to do is probably the hair. Because I just did the eyes on both of them.
Yeah.
Now I just got to do her skin tone. I think I'll just. Part of me just wants to just do Deepkin because that already looks undead enough.
Yeah.
But the base, since the base is only going to take me like a few seconds to paint, I'm just like, we can just get it done. Oh, to speak on a lighter note, has anybody gotten to watch the the first episode of Loki for season 2 yet?
I wasn't a fan of Loki to begin with, so it was just like, they're just trying to pad out the series until the next movie.
To be fair, to be fair, we don't really know who the hell is going to be in the next Avengers because it's like they keep having actors drop off, or they kind of are in the weird situation with like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man's in that fun situation where, because he's in that weird legal stance where it's like he can appear in Disney movies, but they're not allowed to make mainline Disney movies of him anymore, but at the same time they are, but it has to be with Sony's permission sort of deal.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm like, personally, just stick to the Spider-Verse movies at this point and just let regular Spider-Man kind of, not per se die off right now, but just kind of let him be his own thing.
Yeah. No Way Home was good, though.
Oh, but so far all of Holland's movies were good. That's the thing. I have no complaints about his outing as Spider-Man. He was almost the right... Oh god, Lurka sent me something. Alright, am I going to be disturbed or am I going to laugh my ass off? You know what that reminds me of, Lurka? Has anybody read or seen like any of the All Tomorrows books? Or the guy who makes
No.
All Tomorrows?
I can't say that I have.
Okay, so I get to teach you all about an interesting book. Well, okay, so there's 3 books. There's All Yesterdays, All Todays, and All Tomorrows. It's a trilogy. It is a guy who basically he makes this artwork and lore for speculative evolution. So,
Yeah.
for All Yesterdays, it's basically looking at skeletons of animals and figuring out, okay, how would an alien look at these and figure out what these creatures look like? And then figuring out if they were like herbivores or carnivores, because he shows like a very infamous he shows this skull that's got like these huge looking canines, and it looks gnarly as hell, and it looks like it would be a predator. And then you remember you have to add fat to skin layers.
Yeah.
It's a fucking hippo. To be fair, it's still a fucking hippo.
Yeah.
So that's what All Tomorrows is. All Yesterdays was like basically if we had discovered dinosaurs in a more recent time, kind of just that sort of thing. All Todays is like aliens coming to our planet and trying to figure out, using bones, how to redo that. All Tomorrows is humans in the future going to different planets and showing their different evolutions.
Yeah.
In All Tomorrows, basically we get really good at modifying our genes. That looks like one of the creatures from All Tomorrows, and I laughed my ass off seeing it. So I just kind of laughed at it. I'm like, yep. Here, he wants me to show you.
Okay.
Copy. But that looks like the art. That actually could be the artist who did All Tomorrows. So that kind of looks like his artwork. Or at least somebody inspired by it.
Yeah. By the way, Nami, you still haven't sent me the link to Jackal's Twitter.
Really? Well, I am not on my A game for that.
Yeah.
I had to do it on stream so I could be like, ah, shit, let me do that real quick so I don't forget. Oh, there's a famous cowboy that I need to talk to. Well, Minotaur. Come on, Jackal. You're usually one of my first couple of people I see when I get on.
Now I gotta let that dry. And then I can rim the base properly.
It's too easy. There he goes. There we are. I really thought I did that really quickly. There you go. God, I still love how there are parts of fucking Twitter that still say Twitter, even though he's so hard pushing for X. Although, from what I've heard, they might be removing it and going back to Twitch sometime in the next few months.
Mm.
I'm not going into it. I'm not going into that because there's way too many. They're rumors at this point, but the fact that it's like big news outlets are talking about these rumors might mean they might have some validity to them.
Yeah.
He might be doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Well,
But we're going
that being
into politics for the reasons why he's doing it, so it's like we're not going to talk about that. Because we're both going to get pissed off, and you're... Yeah.
BRB.
Yep. But yeah. If you get the chance, though, Lurka, do check out All Tomorrows, at least, because that's the most interesting of the 3 books. Just literally type in All Tomorrows on YouTube. You will find, like, because it's a visual book, so it's a lot better to see like people read it or like people synopsis it. Because it does go into some technical stuff too, and it's boring in those aspects, but it is interesting of a read. It's not like Simon Guggenheim's stuff. If you've never heard of him, he does a lot of photorealistic looking stuff from like alternate timelines sort of thing. But he also made a series... To be fair, I think we all stare in Mother Nocturna in latex. Okay, Lurka, here's the thing. Do we want to keep her skin tone like this, or do we want to bring in some deepkin? I kind of like it with the blue, just the blue wash. It's kind of fitting, actually. Shit. Okay, we're gonna keep that. No! Not shiny. God, I sound like a simp when I talk about Mother Nocturna that way. It's like, she's got a good-looking model. You can't help it. Oh, I could have probably gotten away with it, but she's got an open. Well, she's supposed to be undead, so... There we go, that looks much better. Because we need the color to pop on these two so that it stands out that one's undead and one's not. No. Yeah, I kind of like that being the undead one's skin and this one being the living skin. Which is annoying because I haven't changed when the ads appear. So if that's the case, that's Twitch changed that. Because I left it at default. No! I had a feeling that's what happened, but no! See, we already had her mostly done, but I'm trying to think what else we can do for these two. If I wanted to be cheeky, I could say this is 2 different days models, because I did paint this one, start painting this one a few days ago. But I'm not going to. I have completely ruined this nozzle, and it's kind of pissing me off now. I know, that's kind of why I did it. It's like, okay, because if I just used the blue dye, it would have been too blue. It would have been too dark a blue. It needs to be just bright enough of a color. Could you just work with me one time, please? I just want a thinner nozzle so I can push this stuff through. Yeah. It definitely works, especially with the blue skin, with the undead blue skin. Sorry, I'm trying to get the nozzle in this stupid paint jar. Not paint jar, glue thing cleared. If I really wanted to, I could be really fucking loud. And I ruined it. Fuck. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to do it because I don't want to pour out a bunch of this stuff onto the base, but I might have to. Too much, too much. Well, I was trying to be quick, and that's the main problem. Oh god. I just saw words, and I'm like, luckily I saw which chat room it was in. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Ooh. Okay, if I can do this right, even though I'm off camera. Hey, we did it. Shit. Yeah, to be fair, this bottle has came with me from Vegas, so I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has. To be fair, what I could do to kill this bottle off, but I still need it for a little bit, is I could use it to fill in cracks on Thumberchild over here. Lucky, nice. Which one? I'm not tempting fate and clicking on that link. But if it's the one I'm thinking of, very nice, shiny. Okay, let me get the black paint out. Once this is dried a little bit more, we can do the base like I normally do to say it's done. And I know it has no audio. I just know my dumb luck is I'm going to hit it and somehow it'll take over this screen. To be fair, we could say it's a silicone oh, that one. Nice. To be fair, the only time that website ever had audio was during Fallout. Was during Fallout 4's release. And it was a specific famous song from the furry community. To be fair, I say that and there could be like 3 or 4 different songs I'm talking about, but if you know which one is popular on TikTok. Speaking of silicone paperweights, I have been wanting the King Ghidorah themed one. It looks interesting. If you look in Discord, Lurka, Shiny sent in a certain chat room silicone paperweights. To be fair, they have silicone hand workouts too. Okay, that one's too on the nose. You all know which fuck I'm talking about with that one. Son of a bit. That's why I said it's like, shit, that one's too obvious. No! Shit. Shit. I'm not switching gloves, god damn it. Fine. I will put on a new pair of gloves. I didn't want to use 2 pairs of gloves unless I was going to be working on the printer. Listen, to be fair... Oh, hell. You can see where I was stupid and I whacked my hand into the thing and it cut my hand a little bit. To be fair, I'm just going to remind myself that I'm going to have one random extra glove at the end of this. I don't really need gloves to paint. I could just cover my hands. It's just a lot more convenient to... Well, first off, situations like that are a lot more annoying on bare skin. And my hands are sweaty. Alright, so we have, I believe it is La Llorona done. So now we can start on the twins. Clearly not a reference to any character whatsoever. I swear, I almost feel like having them have 2 different sets of skin tones just to kind of make them a little bit more creepy. Fuck it, I have now said it, it's going to happen. Give me the Gilliman flesh. Hands, knees, mom, spaghetti. Do I keep the hair the same? I know they're supposed to be conjoined twins, but I think having them be 2 different skin colors kind of implies a more creepy thing going on. Did you mean N-E-I-N? And I forgot this is a bad brush. Shit. Nine what? Ein scheißenden Sohn. Dummkopf. Oh, shut up, like you actually know what I said. And you tell me it's like, no, I know German. Enjoy the lurking. And I spurted out too much black. Fine. I should have done blue. I should have done more of a blue suit, but that motherfucker! What the hell, Amazon? Well, welcome back. Goddamn. I think we're going to do his shoes in leather brown, even though technically you should not normally do that. We could do it in Abaddon, just so it's a glossier. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give her a black shoe. We'll give her a black shoe too. I really need to get some more flavors of the caffeine freeze gamer subs. The specific one I just finished off is one of the peach flavors. I think it's supposed to be peaches and cream. I think it's supposed to be peaches and cream. It's more peachy than cream, though, in my opinion. But then again, I thought Anime Girl Thighs was peaches and cream too, and then I had it again a few days later and was like, oh wait, no, it's Origin cream. Smooth. And I might have thinned this paint down a little too much, but yeah, fuck it. We'll just do a second coat. Much better. Much nicer. Now, do we do yellow flowers or blue flowers on her dress? Oh god. I could have fixed that, but yeah. Barefoot? Motherfucker, she's barefoot. Weird. Okay. Not really a Tarantino person in this situation, but okay. Screw it, let's do the hat red too. Now, he's gonna get this blue poofy thing on his chest. Ooh, well, if I'm not busy, I will check that out for sure, Lurka. We might have to come up with a different yellow. Maybe it'll work. We'll see. And like I said, just because they're conjoined twins, I think I'm going to give her a slightly different skin tone. So the implications are kind of creepier, which for creepy circus clowns works. I'll definitely remind friend before then. Okay. Sorry, got a chin. Oh shit. What do we think, Lurka, having two different skin tones, and yeah, we should also do different hair colors then too. I think he's still going to get his blonde little hair poof and mustache. But I'm feeling she should have white hair. He's got like a weird ascot thing going on. I'm just trying to... I'm gonna fix the flowers real quick. What do we think? Liking it so far, Lurka? Sweet. Alright, let me let the dress dry a little bit because her dress, I thinned the paints for it a little bit too much, so it takes a second to dry. But that's going to give me time to get out the mahogany. Nah, darkwood. Darkwood's going to look better on that. Darkwood. With some acrylic armor gold. So has anybody watched any horror movies this year so far? Because I normally do, and for some reason I have yet to actually watch a horror movie this year. They're loyalist like Space Wolves are loyalist. They are loyal to the Emperor. Everyone else is questionable. Oh, you're talking about when I was asking about horror movies. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, no, Lurky. Buddy. Yeah, I wanted to have some gold bands too, so it looks like she's got some jewelry on. Pterodons? If anything, Gilliman would be pushing them to all be primaries, because logistically, if all the Marines are the good Marines, it means they're actually usable. Now, would he try and split them up or move them around? Potentially. Yeah, not allowing them would be very against what Gilliman would be doing right now, because Gilliman wants to get everything back under control and organized. He wants the Imperium fighting as one full force again. He wants it to be organized and well regimented, but he wants it to be organized. Now the question would be who's loyalist and who's not. What the fuck is going on? Oh, we haven't done Shu yet. Okay, is that like every 15 minutes it's happening now? That feels off. Like, I try not to play with those too often because it's like I don't want to break things. It's supposed to be 30 minutes to an hour. That was default. It was 30 minutes to like an hour. Okay, once his shoe dries, we can glue them. And then I gotta find something to do for an hour. Because I have stuff I can paint, I just can't paint it. I mean, we could paint it while we're watching something. Mainly what I should be doing right now is I should be printing the stuff. I don't have enough resin until tomorrow or Friday. Shit. Okay. If we're gonna do Warhammer lore, I can just talk about half the Warhammer lore I know. Sorry, I'm about to go look at monetization because that is being weird. Okay, it's... Okay, Lurka, so here's how it's supposed to be. Oh. It's 20 minutes. Okay. Here's the question. Are we okay with one ad break every 20 minutes, or do we want to bump it up to like 30 minutes, or just leave it alone and don't touch it? because I don't want to mess with this too much, I did turn on a upcoming ad break notification, so it should pop up like 3 minutes before the ad break starts. This offer modifies your affiliate agreement. You'll be paid a share of net advertisement revenues, which means revenue actually received by Twitch. One second, I'm reading this because I want to make sure I'm not about to get screwed over. Less billing and other costs to provide market Twitch service. This offer modifies your affiliate agreement. You will be paid a share of net advertisement revenues, which means all revenues actually received by Twitch. Less billing and other costs to provide. Oh, I can't change that. Here's the problem. It's also here's the problem, Lurka. If I change the only thing I can do is I'm gonna hit cancel on this. Don't save. Let me talk to somebody before I make any changes to this stuff, because it's like it just brought up this message that basically says if you hit agree, we're basically saying we're going to take more revenue. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a... It's complicated. I need to make sure I'm not screwing myself on things first. And sorry to the one person who just dropped off. Unless that's Lurka, who is now... Or are you stuck in an ad there, buddy? Yeah. Let me talk to somebody about that ad revenue stuff and see what's the best settings for it, and make sure I'm not losing... And not losing... And not letting myself get screwed over by Amazon. Because that would be my luck is, oh, here, let me change the ad revenue times. Oh, hey, Twitch takes more of your takes more of your stuff now. Motherfucker, drip out. I need the tiniest of little drips to come out. like I said, I don't know. I don't want to mess with stuff and break it because it's like Twitch already takes a lot of that, and I don't want to be like, here, Twitch, take more of my money. Because really, does anybody want me start doing ad reads for Raid Shadow Legends? God, I wish I had better face tracking because the meow. How you doing, Zulk? You should actually. You actually might be ready to get shipped out by Friday. Once those sticks come in. God, if you could, I wish this model had better face tracking because the glare I just gave the camera when I said that. I actually got an invite to do that recently, and I'm like, I have made fun of your product on stream before. Why would you think I'd want to sponsor you? Yeah, I haven't. I hate the idea of Raid Shadow Legends with a passion. It's like, you could be a good game, but the problem is with the amount of stupid ads you make people do for reading and stuff, it's like, you're not worth it. Like, I don't get why it's like, listen, if you have to push your game that hard by making people do ad reads for it, your game's probably not that good. Especially when you're getting people like Let's Game It Out, guys whose entire job it is to break games. Actually, when you get not even like gaming related people doing ad reads for your stuff. My God, I want to ensure that Raid Shadow Legend never does it, so I'm willing to go on a whole tangent about that game. I would do World of Tanks before I did a Raid Shadow Legends. Because at least World of Tanks did a Warhammer 40k thing. If they did it again, I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. That seems fun. But I don't want to do sponsored streams unless it's something I actually want to play for you guys. Because it's like, if I'm going to shill out, it's like, if I'm going to sell myself out, I at least want to make sure it's something I'm going to have fun doing. Sorry if that's a conversation people don't want to hear right now. It's kind of where my brain went to. But how are you doing, Zulk? Let me quickly try and change the subject so we can actually talk about something more interesting. Because, I mean, we could go back to talking about the horror game I played yesterday, Lurka. That sounds like the most average everybody I know at this point nowadays. Nah, I'm just thinking about Sunday. Ooh, that'll be very fun. Look, I can't even talk about that game on Twitch. Or at least that version of the game on Twitch. I'd have to go play the M-rated version to be able to talk about that game on Twitch. The fact that they had to make an M-rated version of that game tells me it's actually probably really good. If you want to know what we played a game called Lust from Beyond. All I can tell you... Here's the problem, Lurka. That was just the prologue demo version of the game. It probably gets worse. If you're into, like, Giger and Hellraiser and Amnesia, I can recommend that game. I can't read that out loud. To be fair, yes, I very honestly, that could very well be a 40k. Could very well be a whole. I can say Slanesh. Oh god, I can say Slanesh out loud. It's what Lurka's talking about from the game we played. Is I'm trying to skirt around what this monster looked like without describing it. But yeah, it's... I would have to send you a picture of what this thing looked like, Zulk. This thing was just... It was a maw eating people. That's all I can say. And that probably puts an image in your head, which I'm hoping it does. Because, yeah. You know, weirdly it could be. It weirdly could be that. It could be the Demon Kalaba. Oh wait, you're the one who even sent me that video that recontextualized that thing and made it funny. Yeah. This is why I said, look, asking us to go watch lore videos, I'm like, I could just talk about lore for hours. The Demon Kalaba is kind of, God, we could go into a very long explanation. It's very obviously somebody tried to make the axolotl tanks from Dune even more grimdark than they actually were. And that's actually what sadly makes them funnier, is when you try and make them darker. To be fair, we could have an entire conversation. See, the problem is that's from Lurka, that's a threat. Because that means he's going to start using them if I don't shut up. But yeah, that entire book, I now want to go read that book just because of the way it was described to me. Is it comes off as very comedically action hero movie instead of it's more of a horror comedy, but it's trying. God damn. Fucking perfect timing. I think the ad thing might be broken. Because I keep seeing it go on and off. Just let me know when you're all back if you can hear me. If not, I'm just gonna sit here kind of just juggling things until... Fuck me! God! Oh my god. Okay, I definitely need to talk to somebody who... Well, no, what I'm talking about is I need to talk to somebody to figure out, like, the best place to put that. Because right now it's set default. Here's the problem. What you do is you select the amount of ads you have play. You don't select the amount of ad. Weird. Oh. I said fuck me to the ad read thing. Yeah, right now what I do is, from what I can see on my screen, is I select how many minutes of ads play every ad break, which just tells me you guys are going to get longer ads. Instead of getting a ton of little ads that go by quick, you'll probably get one long ass like movie trailer ad every time, and it's like, I don't want to force you guys to sit through like one long ass trailer. I'd rather make you sit through like one. It's like, if I can figure out how to make it to where you guys only have to sit through one or two, I would. I don't get to pick how many ads you see. I can only pick minutes you guys see. And here's the problem. For all I know, there could be something wrong with Twitch right now, because everything for me is default. Nothing has been changed. It's supposed to be you get an ad within the first... You get an ad break within the first... I forget how long it is. And then it's 15 minutes, and then it jumps to 30 minutes, and then it jumps to 45 minutes. And then it's like an hour between the next one, sort of deal. And I don't know why it's broken, which tells me Twitch is being stupid. That's why I said I need to talk to somebody else who streams more regularly than I do. Yeah, well, from Zulk's already kind of implied they're into some 40k stuff, but yeah, what are you into, Zulk? While I show off the mop. You know, I don't hate the yellow. Is that robots, or is that just you're happy? And for some reason tonight was just painting figures that looked attached to each other. That's what we painted anyway. The question becomes, what do we want to do now? Well, to be fair, everybody's into Dragon Ball in some way, shape, or form. I should have kept those on. I could have gotten a print started before I went to bed. Yeah, well, to be fair, you're in the right place for 40K. Yeah, you're in the right place for 40K. I am into Star Trek and Star Wars. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I said when it comes to Dragon Ball, it's like you're in the right place for all those. Because we've kind of talked about a little bit of all those things on here. Although, I should ask, have you seen one of the newer episodes of Lower Decks with the milk tea? I think I fucked up the voice, but still. Well, yeah, actually, that is a good question, Zulk. Do you have a particular faction you want to play as? Okay, in Lower Decks, there is a creature... In Lower Decks, in one of the newer episodes, there is a creature called a Moopsie. And I think it takes on... Yeah, here's the problem. 40K doesn't really have any representation for Slaanesh. And that's annoying as shit. Lower Decks is the animated Star Trek series. That's more of a comedy series. If you watched the newer live action show, they had a one of the newer live action shows recently, they had a crossover where two characters from the future were helping Spock and that crew. Yeah. Discovery? Is it Discovery? I think so, because I haven't really paid attention to Discovery. There's like some interesting stuff in Discovery, I just haven't watched it yet. Like, I know there's a whole big deal about the fact that they've got the mycelium drives and all that. So my understanding, they don't really have a major standing or a major love. Fair enough. Okay. Do you care about spoilers, Zulk? Because I can tell you what the Moopsie is, and I think it's both terrifying and hilarious and adorable all in the same package. And I want a plushie of it now, just so I can have it, just so I can have the terrified look on people's faces who knows what it is. Nope, 100% caring for spoilers. Okay, so in Lower Decks, sorry, I'm just cleaning up the paints real quick. handful of the team that's on the main ship of that series. They're tasked with saving these humans from a alien zoo. Well, I don't really know who let it out, but they're like, oh, there's this cute little innocent-looking creature that looks like it's this kind of like puppy dog-looking thing called a moopsie. But the whole point of this zoo is it is like just the most dangerous creatures in the galaxy. And the moopsie is so terrifying because it drinks bones. And it will drink it out of living things. So you've got this cute little thing that kind of looks like a puppy bunny thing, and it says its name like a Pokemon going, Moopsie. This thing is this adorable creature that is taking on these giant, like, it takes on these things that are like land sharks and just bites onto their back and just drinks their bones out of its body. But it's like but it's this just adorable little thing. And it's just like, Moopsie. Every time it makes a noise. And I'm like, God, this is the fucking Tribbles all over again. It's like, oh, Tribbles, they're these fur balls. Oh, God, they eat all organic. Oh, God, yeah, it's amazing, and I love it. Like, part of me feels like maybe Dan Harmon maybe, like, gave a recommendation to one of the writers, or one of the writers from Rick and Morty came over to that show. But my God, that is like the perfect... Star Trek did it first. That's the thing. Star Trek has the Tribbles and a couple of other creatures like that, where the Tribbles are these space parasites that just eat anything organic left around. So that's kind of... But the way they multiply... Basically, every time they eat, they multiply. So they're kind of terrifying, but also, by like Next Generation and all that, they're just an annoyance. But the Moopsie's perfect. Yeah, technically, yeah. They are like NIDS, where every time... Well, the difference is the NIDS... kinda. Yeah, weirdly. Because I was about to say, the NIDS don't need to eat to reproduce. And I'm like, yeah, they do. But technically, they don't reproduce like the Tribbles do. Oh, you know what? There's a good analogy for what the Tribbles are. Screechers from Tremors. Technically, the way NIDS reproduce is it's Norn queens and stuff like that make more NIDS. They don't... Every time they eat, they don't split. Oh no. Yeah. Tribbles reproduce like that, where every time they eat, they just split into like a new one. If I remember right. But they look like a walking hairball. So it's one of those things where if you see a Tribble, it's kind of like, oh, that one of them's cute. And then you open up a storage closet and just an army of Tribbles falls out. Because they're like the size of like a human fist sort of size thing. An average human-sized fist. And yeah, the more they eat, the more they reproduce. Which, like I said in Star Trek, by the time we get to Next Generation, we start to get to the newer stuff, it's like, well, this is a mild inconvenience. They're kind of like space rats at a certain point. The Moopsie, though, is more terrifying in the fact that it's just like, oh, it's so sweet and innocent looking. Oh god, it just ate a T-Rex's bones while it was still alive. But yeah, a lot of that kind of comedy came from like Star Trek first. Which, to be fair, knowing Rick and Morty. Well, Dan Harmon. We don't talk about the other one. But yeah. I don't have a raid target yet, because I was trying to think of something to do for like 20-30 minutes before we went and raided. Let's see here. But yeah, Zulk, if you're wanting to get into 40k and you're wanting to play Slaaneshi, hopefully we're going to get some Emperor's Children soon. We don't really have Cultist of Slaanesh right now in 40k. There is, in Fantasy / Age of Sigmar, there is a traveling circus troupe you can use kind of deal, is what they are. It's more of their traveling... I don't know, a traveling festival is what they are. Yeah, we don't have a full-on Emperor's Children. The problem is we don't have rules for like full-on Emperor's Children. And we don't have confirmation if Pretty Snake Boy is back yet. To be fair, we might be getting Emperor's Children, we just don't know. We are getting Snake Boy in 30k, which means we might be getting a version of him soon for 40k. Knock on wood. Then again, they're still trying to get over the whole Angron versus everybody situation right now. Because that's the problem, is right now more of the focus is on Angron and Khorne. With a little bit of Nurgle stuff going on too. The funny thing is we just got Thousand Sons last year. I believe it was last year? Should have been. We just got Thousand Sons very recently, which means there's a very good chance we're going to get some legitimate other faction. Well, we got Death Guard. Then we got Emperor's Children. We've been getting some Khorne stuff. What would be nice is if we could get some Emperor's Children finally, so then we can actually have some Slaaneshi stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a way you could run the Cultists from Age of Sigmar, but give them like bolters and stuff instead of knives and magical items. And you could probably run that Age of Sigmar box as a 40k thing. It's just, I don't think it would get the same benefits it gets. Because the main problem is GW doesn't know how to write for Slaanesh. Because Slaanesh would work great for a fucking horror game. We actually have a perfect example of that from yesterday. That's the thing. They have to be next for chaos. The only other thing I could think would be Iron Warriors, not Iron. I saw it go back. I'm sorry, everybody. I think the ad thing is broken today. I know. Just waiting for Zolk to get back. Were the ads this bad? Lurker, were the ads this bad Monday? Because I feel like we're noticing them more. Actually, I should replace that. Are the ads always this bad? I just haven't noticed it? Yes, they were what, Lurko? They were always this bad, or were they... Or they were this bad Monday? But yeah, yeah, that's the problem, Lurka. He is a... They are a, well, technically you're a lich, but yeah. I've been showing you off, but yeah. Because I'm really happy with how you came out. They were much worse a while back. I was getting 7 to 10 ads. So they've gotten better, but they're more frequent. But yeah, Lurka, depending on how thick the sticks I just bought are, there'll be 1 to 2 sticks coming out of the bottom of this guy, going onto the base so it looks like he's floating. Whew. Well, you have no legs. That's what your image. That's what your. What? I could throw you in a dreadnought. You'll be fine. Yeah, to be fair, the only thing that technically gets I was about to say, to be fair, technically the only thing that gets skeletons... Yeah, fuck, only really Nurglings really have, like, the ability to bring things back from the dead. I mean, Khorne does, too, in a way, but... If it was a loyalist army he was building, that would be a way to do it. To be fair, I think really... Yeah, outside of Nurglings, I don't really think anybody has, like, necromantic ability... Necromancer abilities. I mean, to be fair, the Necrons have their whole... revitalization protocol, but I mean, technically you could just put a skull mask on the character and that would work too, if you're gonna go that route. Ooh, Thousand Sun could work, but you're... Well, to be fair, you are a word bearers lurker. You could have a... Well, you're word bearers, which means you're more Khorne. You could have a Thousand Sun model that represents Zulk here. What, Thousand Suns? I know they're undivided, but I thought they were mostly Khorne. Yeah, Necrons are, Necrons are one of my backup armies. Yeah, Necrons are one of my backup armies, although to be fair, they're an army I'm holding for somebody else. Yeah, outside of... Yeah, in 40k, there's not really anybody that would work as a good stand-in for Zulk. Because in Age of Sigmar and Fantasy, there is models that are literally just Zulk. But they have legs. I'm always tired. Among other things that I'm always but can't say on stream. Dark Eldar are weird. They don't really have... Well, okay, so to have a undead lich character... well, necromancer mage character, yeah, you very easily could make a Dark Eldar character be you. You could make a Thousand Suns character. You could make Nurgle characters. Hell, I think even Khorne has some abilities to bring you back from the dead, and so does Slaanesh. Actually, Slaanesh does very much have one. Or two. All the Chaos Gods have a way to bring you back from the dead, but Nurgle's armies and Tzeentch's armies are the two that kind of can just bring you back from the dead very easily. The difference is how they go about it. Nurgle is because basically you never died in the first place. Your body's just a rotting corpse once you get fully into Nurgle stuff. And Tzeentch is just because, well, I'm the god of magic, so I say it's so. The Dark Eldar are weird. I don't know if they actually have the ability to bring you back from the dead, but they have a... accurate. You're accurate. To be fair, Khorne I have respect for, but it's mostly because his whole thing is honor. Like, he's not going to stab you in the back. He's just going to stab you in the face. He's the only one I have. He's the only one I respect. But he's Khorne. Nurgle's not going to per se betray you, but he's going to give you lots of gifts, and they're probably gifts you don't want. Until you kind of until you just finally succumb to them and just agree to take them. Because once you start to take them, that's when you start getting the benefits of them. Slaanesh is... yeah, that's Khorne in a nutshell. Khorne's not going to betray... Khorne is very rarely going to betray you. Is very rarely going to quietly betray somebody. But Slaanesh and Tzeentch are going to be the first two in a heartbeat to go, I can screw this person over. Nurgle's not going to really screw you over. Nurgle's just going to give you lots of gifts and tell you did good, kid. And you're going to be like, oh, that's great. Oh, God. My arm's now just a bunch of slime. To be fair, I have Tzeentch is fun. Tzeentch is fun to read about. You do not want Tzeentch. Here's the sad part. Slaanesh is so much more than just that part of Slaanesh, than just lust. Slaanesh is technically all the 7 deadly sins, but in excess. And I would love if we actually got... I would love if we got... I would love if we actually got some stories that focused more on, like, a glutton. Like, good God, there are so many... Aww. Well, I'll finish my little rant real quick. It's like, Slaanesh has such an opportunity to be so much more than what GW writes them as, but GW doesn't know how to write them. But yeah, take your time. You gotta make sure nothing breaks when you update your computer, hun. Trust me, I know. But yeah, Lurka. A hungry maw chasing you down corridors and stuff because it's just insatiable. That could very easily work for like a Slaanesh horror story. Oh God, they would work perfectly for like a horror game, and I would love... Slaanesh very easily could work for a horror game. It's just... GW is always going to resort to Zinch or Nurgle for horror games because they just do. Korn works better for like a lot of the war games because it's like a lot of his people are just going to charge at an enemy. So it's like, yeah. But, oh my god, like, having a Slaanesh cultist who is, like, obsessed. Good god, Sander fucking Cohen from BioShock could be a Slaanesh cultist. Very fucking easily. Just that grandiose, over-the-top drama kid that is Sander Cohen. Oh my god, an entire game of like that kind of stuff going on where you're trying to escape from this like evil, like you're trying to escape this castle. It's alright, Lurka. But oh my god, that would work so well as a fucking Slaaneshi based horror game. Aw. But yeah, that would work so well as a Slaanesh based horror game, as like a Sander Cohen like character who just doesn't feel pain or enjoys feeling pain as you try and fight them. And like the other like weaker cultist basically chasing you down. Or you having to help that character like defeat the weaker cultist. Oh my god, it could very easily work as like a Slaanesh horror game. It's like, it's right there. But GW will never do it. Fuck, now I want to learn how to use Unreal Engine. Because fuck Unity right now. No! God. Okay, I need to shut up with this idea and start writing it down, because oh my god, that actually is too good of a horror game. To be fair, it's just the game we played earlier, Lurka, but yeah. Oh, this stupid song. What would you like to see for like a horror game or like some kind of video game, Lurka? Or Zulk? Because somebody brought up an interesting one that I would like to see too. A Battlefield or Battlefront. Like 40k game. It would be hard as hell to pull off because there are so many different factions, and you'd have to have like different maps for different faction versus faction. With the occasional like map where you could do like a free-for-all thing. Or it would have to be like vote, or have to be like a vote thing. I know, that's the problem. It's like 40k kind of lends itself perfectly to RTSs. Yeah, 40k kind of lends itself perfectly to an RTS. Honestly, I could want... That would be awesome! I think what it would be better to do for that would be a series, but yeah. Because there's so... Good God, because, okay, here's the problem. Tzeentch has has the entire fucking maze. He has his whole maze thing. That, by itself, there's so much you could do with that, you could turn that into an entire game. I had a feel. See, this is the problem. I would love to get to the point where I could just turn ads off if I had enough subscribers or if I was making money some other major way while streaming. Unfortunately, right now I don't have a job, so any little extra money I can get right now helps. But yeah. That was bugging me. I was like, where the fuck did my follower count go? But yeah, Twitch, it's supposed to be one ad break every 20 to 30 minutes. That has been like every 5-10 minutes. It's been getting worse, I've noticed. I'm almost tempted to say we're close enough to the timer we could raid. But yeah, Zulk, going into what you were saying, that would work very much. Slaanesh has an entire castle. The only one where I don't know if it would work for... Well, it could. Well, okay, so each of them has their favorite number. Khorne is 8, Slaanesh is 6. I forget what Tzeentch's is, and Nurgle's is something weird. But you could very easily... I don't know how you'd start it, but yeah, you could very easily have like a whole series of games where you would have to be like a Grey Knight or something, because that's the only reason I would see anybody willingly going into the warp. Is it 7? What the fuck is Tzeentch then? Six, 7, 8. Is he 9? He's either 5 or 9. Because I know Khorne's whole thing is 8 because it's... I know Khorne's whole thing is it's 8 because he killed Angron and he came back 8 days, 8 hours. He came back 8 days, 8 hours, 8 minutes, 8 seconds later. Yeah, I know. I know the circles of seduction. It's their whole. Yeah, no. Slaanesh has a whole castle you could technically turn into a game. Is he 9? Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you could very easily. I would say you could very easily make a game out of each of them. Because, yeah, what you could do is you could do Slaanesh first with the 6, Nurgle with the 7, Khorne with the 8, and Tzeentch with the 9. Technically, if you did it right, you could do all of them in one game. But yeah, that is the interesting thing about it, is you could very easily do that. And is the ad break over? Because I just saw it went. It hasn't come back from being green. What is this fucking song? Well, here's the question. It is. Yeah, it's being stupid. Here's the question. Do we want to keep chatting about 40k and stuff like that for another 30 minutes, or do we want to go raid somebody? That's the thing. It would have to be. It's got to be Grey Knights, because that's kind of their whole thing. Is they explore the. Let me see if there's anybody who's actually worth raiding Lurka. And I'll give you some options, but we're going to be stuck in an ad no matter what. Okay. Well, I was about to say, we've got Lasgar Lockman, who we have not raided in a very long time. We've got Queen Yanushi. We've got Nyx Discordia. Fuck, it's been a while since we've raided him, too. We've got Punishable Horror on tonight. Oh, there's even more. Who else is not on? Oh! I have it's been forever since she's been on. We could raid her, too. We've got Gemini the Ripper on. Let's see, is there anybody doing like 40k-esque stuff? I doubt it. Who? Gemini the Ripper? Or Nyx? God, that is a temptation, because she's not been on for a long time. I haven't seen her on in a while. And I keep saying... Okay. Alright, so here's the question, for that situation. Do we want to do The Letter, Lies of P, Fortnite, Parasite Eve, or Guild Wars 2? What sounds good to all you guys and gals and non-binary pals? To be fair, Lasgar's really good at Fortnite. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I thought, I knew she was taking a hiatus. I just couldn't. Okay, so I might just say fuck it and let's just go do Gemini, because if she's just gotten back into raiding, she kind of deserves a few helping hands to get her back into it. So, okay, so we'll take Fortnite off. I need to talk to Lasgar, because once Space Marine 2 comes out, me and a couple others. I will literally re-download all of... Well, if Gemini is getting back... So, do we want to just do Gemini then? Because she has gotten back into streams then? Here, so I can actually see those responses coming in faster. You want to do the letter 2, Zulk? Prevents us from having to see Fortnite. Okay, then let's go give Gemini. Let's go give Gemini the Ripper some love because she just came back into streaming. All right. So unfortunately, this is the last stream for the week for me, unless something weirdly works out in my favor to let me stream one more time this week. I highly doubt it. Yeah. But I will be back probably Monday with a mini painting stream. Yeah, it's my usual. And then, well, actually, we might do a Fansly paint stream on Monday. We'll see. I'm gonna do a coin toss on that because Shiny asked to do a mini painting Monday on Fansly one day, and since next week is the Fansly mini painting week, at least one night. We'll see. But yeah. I hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you all get a good rest. I hope if any of you are expecting anything from me, that you'll get it pretty quickly. And I hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Let me get this raid cooking. Lurka, would you like to post the raid message? Fuck it, we don't need it. But I hope you all have a good evening. I hope you all get a good rest. I'm about to hit that button. Just letting you all get ready on the jump. And I'll see you all later. Bye, my lovelies.
I think my alerts died. Hello, how are you?